One Canadian international makes way for another. Glanced away by Briand. Sebastian Jovinko first time. Morrow, now it's Ricketts, almost with his first touch. Altidore! Josie Altidore, with 7 minutes left, has given Toronto FC the lead.
They don't ask how, they ask how many. That was Josie Altidore breaking the deadlock in the 84th minute, marking his 12th goal in 16 appearances. That was then followed up by Tosaint Ricketts sealing the victory. 2-0 was the final score over New York City FC in the first leg of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. And once again, the fans were bringing the energy all game long. It was nearly a sellout crowd, 28,220 fans to be exact. And when Greg Vanney was asked about the atmosphere after the game, he deemed it the best night that he has ever seen in this stadium. And man of the match Michael Bradley echoed those sentiments as well.
Look, the fans have waited for moments like this for so long to feel the importance of a team that's trying to build something, that's trying to win trophies, and this is all for them. We play for them, and we feed off their energy.
You know, the atmosphere from the first minute right up until the end when we scored, when we got the goals. You know, the celebration at the end, it was a special night, for sure.
For more analysis on tonight's performance, we check in with Gareth Wheeler and Terry Dunfield.
Thanks so much, Danielle. Terry, we're waiting there. The second half was all Toronto FC. They were putting all kinds of pressure on New York. A penalty wasn't given to Josie Altidore. You were just wondering when or if that goal would come. We said it all week. A clean sheet was a must for Toronto FC, but getting those goals, especially the second one, changes the entire dynamic heading to New York.
Yeah, good point, 100%. The onus is now on New York City to come out and play an open, expansive game, which I thought they would do here. In the end, they came here and they tried to shut up shop a little bit, and it turned into a battle. Now they have to take the game to Toronto and New York, and I think we're set up very nicely for that. We're such a good counter-attacking team. We have a ton of pace. I think that'll suit us.
Vanney made proper changes as well. Tosaint Ricketts, really his first touch when he came on the field was inside the area. It wasn't his best, but it fell to Josie Altidore for the finish. And the work that he put in on that second goal, Terry, winning the ball in the corner, switch of play, and he gets on the end of a wonderful cross by Nicky Hagelin as well.
I think the entire team actually set Tosaint Ricketts up for that performance. 3 games in 7 days to bring that tempo out, that intensity, to win all those tackles, those duels, and then you bring on a speedster like Tosaint Ricketts, and he came on, and to be fair, he tore New York City apart, and his goal in particular, he chased the ball down to the corner, won a ball he had no right in winning. It goes out to the left flank. Nicky Hagelin puts in a cultured left foot ball. He's now got that in the locker, and Tosaint Ricketts finishes it, and that second goal is so crucial.
There were so many top performances. Zavaleta, Hagelin, Cooper go across the field, but unquestionably the man of the match was the captain, the general, Michael Bradley. When you look at the stat sheets, 9 tackles won. Overall, in terms of duels, 75-35 in favor of Toronto FC. He was just a beast in the middle of the park. That's the best I've seen him play for Toronto.
Yeah, for me, his best performance in a red shirt. It was a minefield in the middle of the park. He was first to everything. He read the play extremely well, and when he won that tackle, he kept the team in possession. He never gave the ball away, and it's those little things that maybe the fans don't see that make him so important to the team.
He was another level tonight. So there was so much good in this game, but it wasn't without controversy. Check out this play right here. It came in the 22nd minute as David Villa and Armando Cooper get tied up, and you see it right here. Villa kicking out at Armando Cooper. The referee, Silvio Petrescu, separated the players. No card was shown. Here's what the head coach, Greg Vanney, had to say post-match.
Regardless of who you are, when you make choices like that where a player is defenseless and you take a whack at him from behind, on any other day in any other league, I think that player sees a suspension. It'll be up to our review panel and committee to make a decision. It's not my call. But for me, it was pretty blatant. I saw it from the second it happened. I've seen a replay of it again. It's just not something that is acceptable really in the league. But whatever happens, happens. If he's on the field, we play. If he's not on the field, we play. So it's not my call at this point. But it's not really a place for that in the game.
I completely agree with Greg Vanney. For me, I can't believe that he wasn't sent off, Terry. The disciplinary committee with Major League Soccer is going to have a long look at this.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times as well. Villa definitely kicks out at him. And the only thing that worries me is the committee is made up of 5 people, and it has to be all 5 that make the decision for him to be suspended for that game. So if it's a 4-1 decision, obviously he won't be suspended. And if it's anyone else but David Villa, I'd say he will be looked at. Look,
right.
I think he's a wonderful player. He's brilliant, but you can't kick out at players like that.
We've seen players get sent off even in recent weeks for that, Terry.
Yeah, Sodniak at Chicago, he kicked out at a player. He got a red card. We went through a Vancouver player, Perez.
Yeah.
He later got suspended and missed a game because of this.
Yeah,
So it does happen. And you know what? I hope that the board's strong and they make a decision what's right and they just don't go on the name of the player.
A couple other thoughts in this match. Toronto FC's superior fitness continues to shine through. They were a plus 21 in the last 15 minutes of halves over the season. The next best team was plus 9 in terms of goal differential. 2 late goals again. It just seems when other teams lose their legs, Toronto FC picks up their game.
Yeah, I think that comes from a fantastic preseason. I also think they've got a squad now that Greg Vanney trusts in. I think his substitutions have been spot on. And again, I was so impressed in that second half how TFC just turned it up a notch and really stifled New York. They were first at everything, really kept them pinned in their own half. And when it's wave after wave attack coming at you, eventually you are going to break through, and they did tonight, and they got what they deserved.
Have you seen the film Man on Fire? I believe it's Denzel Washington. Well, Josie Altidore is really the man on fire. 12 goals in his last 16 games. Can't wait for next Sunday, Terry. Back to you, Danielle.
That second goal that Toronto FC scored tonight becomes all the more important because of the away goal rule. Now when they head out to Yankee Stadium, if they even score 1 goal, that means that NYCFC will have to score 4 goals in order to win the series. So things are looking optimistic for the Reds. They will head back to training on Monday up at the Kia training grounds. We will be up there with all of your coverage, so make sure you keep it locked at torontofc.ca.